When I re-entered this silent lair, far beneath the crumpling city above me, the warrior maiden, for some reason, didn't rush me again. Instead, she walked slowly towards me, as if she had not a care in the world. Except manhandling me, of course.
I am Malenia, Blade of Nuclear.
I heard you the first couple of times. Give it a rest. But she wouldn't. And she didn't. There was something distinctly alluring about this lethal beauty, but it didn't take long before her splendor began to feel tyrannical. No matter what I did, no matter what weapon I tried to use, nothing seemed to do the trick. What really bothered me was the fact that she seemed to regain her health every single time she hit me. Even worse was her outright indecent variety of approaches to humiliation. If I'd had a rune for every new and unforeseen maneuver which absolutely devastated me, I would never have a care in the world. What was this? Dear God. Still, something changed at one point. In the wake of countless humiliating defeats, I discovered something intriguing. She turned out to be particularly susceptible to unhinged attacks, a delicious weakness which in turn allowed me to repay her. But that approach suddenly made her jump into the air, where she simply floated for a second without uttering a word, and then unleashed a danse macabre, which left me speechless. How could I ever defeat such a monumental power? No wonder she had held her own against the general in his prime. Let me be honest, running to and fro at that shimmering wall of death, beaten and bruised, I began to find this ordeal futile, and yet I kept entering that arena of suffering until I finally learned enough of her deceitful moves to counter her reign of terror and finished her. Oh, you're not so giddy now, are you? Ha! Why don't you introduce yourself again? A fairly mundane obstacle, really. 'Twas not as difficult as I'd been led to believe. Just as I was about to leave this battlefield, which sadly had amounted to much ado about nothing, an unexpected voice
Wait.
made me pause. Terror overcame me as I beheld a vile abomination from hell itself.
The scarlet bloom flowers once more. You will witness true horror. Now, rot.
Floating in the air like a magnificent yet infernal goddess, her wings blossomed into a smoldering flower and ended me.
By the scarlet rot.
It had become apparent this ordeal of horrors couldn't be overcome. Her majestic powers were too much, and clouded my mind with oppressive thoughts of submission. She was annihilation made flesh, and never before had such a creature walked the earth. As if sleepwalking, I slowly stumbled towards the lift which had brought me down here, but as I saw the faint light from outside, the voice of a dear and deceased friend of mine spoke to me.
You've got a real thing here, eh?
A sudden insight struck me. My friend had not only left me his big balls of iron, but perhaps more importantly, he had also transferred to me the ability to let rage grow into a storm of manly fury.
Piss off before I crack you in half.
Returning to the arena one final time, I allowed myself to shout out from depths of anger and became engulfed in primordial rage. Her toxic femininity didn't stand a chance against the ancient aggression boiling within the male sex. Once again, her wings spread out like a glowing angel of rot, but I came prepared. And one final time, I allowed the anger within to shout, "Let it all out." Who did she talk to?
Oh, dearest Mikola, my brother.
Oh, now I just felt bad.
I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
The rest is silence. As I slowly regained my senses and ability to reason, I felt belittled. This mythic figure who had journeyed through time itself, even she, with her grandiose importance to this world, was only a speck of dust in the grand scheme of things. Nobody eluded the great vanishing. Realizing what had to be done, I touched the enigmatic roots, which reached even the furthest lands of this world, and thus returned to the snowy wasteland, where that damned archer had led me astray. But I was now reminded of her words, exactly as they were spoken back then.
And beyond the ancient bowers, in the liturgical town of Ordina, lies the place to which I must return.
Gods be damned. She hadn't meant this forsaken portal to hell. Please, surely the ordeal I had gone through hadn't been something I could have just ignored. What a shit show. Of course that turned out to be the case, because after crossing an icy field, while being attacked by the sky itself, I found a ruinous church with one of her kin, a lady who didn't attack me on sight, nor pester me with demands like the archer herself.
Thank you. I finally fulfilled my purpose.
About bloody time. I was finally back on track, and done for good with carrying parasitic individuals who never deigned to contribute anything, let alone walk on their own spoiled feet. I would now go to the end of my path, and burn that profane Erd tree into a pile of smouldering ashes.